So this is a magic ruler, and this has metric scales on it. So it's just a question of, like, you measure this with the 1 to 200 side, which is there, and then you find the 1 to 50 side, which is there. And so if this is 6 meters at 1 to 200, then you just measure 6 meters, 1 to 200 on 1 to 50. You're never going to get accurate measurements from a plan that size. But it's enough. We can then measure them with that, and then we can realise them full size in bright yellow tape on the floor. And that'll give us a sense of how we're working. And the reason I would work at first on the plan, rather than just taping straight to the floor, is if you work on the plan, you get a sense of the whole floor plan as an entire space. Whereas if you tape directly onto the floor, particularly in a space like this, if I take the stage at that end, by the time I get down to this end, I've not really much idea where it is. So if it started there, then it's kind of cutting into your side.
Yeah, and you give some more space to the people going out, and not to bump immediately into the people going in.
Well, this is pretty good actually. So that measured 135, and this is saying 150, well 120. So it's a little bit wider, but it's scaled up relatively well from the 1 to 200. So yeah, I think if you just kind of sketch out on that in pencil and, you know, rub it out, sketch, and then we can start looking at transferring that from this with the scale measurements onto the floor. We've always thought about the division as being kind of perpendicular angle to the space. But if we turn the division round slightly, so something like that, if it was down at that end, and you're actually looking into the corner, you can get a deeper space, if that makes sense.
Oh, do you mean if it was angled?
Yeah, so you can have it either way. But if it's face on, you're probably going to have a shallower space. But if you angle it, you get a deeper space. So which way is the stage facing?
The stage is facing
that way. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So there's another metre and a half. If you want 5 metre length, this is only 450. So there's another metre and a half to add to it.
Yeah.
Which to me seems huge. So the curtains here. I think if I was a performer, this feels like dead space. It feels bizarre. I mean, stand there and try it out.
Do have to. I think they are aware that it's not just a stage for performers. It's also to display mannequins. That we need enough space that people can see them, so they're not clustered together really closely.
On the floor plan here, you've actually got the square and the organic, so that's a shape, isn't it? And here you've got the square and the organic as a shape. So what I'm trying to do here is bring this kind of element where you've got an organic which is balanced with a straight line. I'm trying to bring that into all of your elements so that they all have a similar pattern and similar visual language. There, 250s there. Right. So at the moment then we've got a straight line from there to there. Which isn't much of an angle at all, really.
No.
It's barely an angle. But you could just do a dotted line along that. Speed up. And use the curves where we really need them. What that does is, if you can match the bases, the more you can match the bases, the more you start to break down the visual barrier of the display case, and the more accessible the material inside will soon.